ban it on either side, or yeah, they banned it.
It's been
The
banned
first
every
four
single
games.
game. Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's. I'm not sure if Selector plays it a lot, but yeah, it's just that strong of a hero. You can't really mess it up too much. In a suicide, you pull with the wolves. You have your howl. You get the assist goals if they get kills with it, and you just enhance the other lanes so much that that hero is just really strong at the moment.
Yeah. And that's a good because Solare Club was the one banning it. They banned it every single game. So they had the Legion though. They figured we'll leave it open here, of course. Instead, they took out Swiftblade and Puppet Master, both of course very strong heroes for Region Gaming in general too. And then they figured they would go the War Beast themselves. But you make a good point there. It's like how comfortable are they actually playing it? We're going to kind of find that out here. And they're
And
very
the reason
important.
getting the Magmas once again, like the last, I don't know, 2, 3 games, but the last two they won, they had Magmas on it. So yeah, really just going with it and trying, maybe trying the same again.
Yeah.
Maybe ganking them a lot and just securing the forest. But this time with a lot more late game security in the clanks.
So Moira coming out here for Solaire Club with getting the Midas as well as that War Beast. And that Clanks though, yeah, that's again another one. Hey, but boy, he plays a plethora of carries definitely, and Clanks is one of those. We know him to play, so they get it here fairly earlier on in the game. Why do you think they went the Clanks so early? That doesn't seem like a hero that the second pick necessarily, but
I guess they just it's a bit greedy if the enemy tries to man up or anything, but then they saw the Warby's first pick, so they figure either it's a Warby's suicide or a Warby's jungle, so they're not gonna go offensive, so we can get this greedy or more greedy carry out there and just accelerate our late game that much more and have him free farm.
all right. The fourth pick or third pick, excuse me. Yeah, using a lot of extra time actually. 20 seconds remaining already for a recent game. It's Imba Boy thinking about this pretty hard here.
I guess they're deciding if they want to run Magmus on Owned Me or on the support role, and yeah, that is a quite the decision to make there.
Yeah. They do go Andromeda. Man, have we seen Andromeda every game? I think we have. Andromeda
Yeah,
has
that
just been
could
very
be.
popular this series between these two teams here. So I don't know. It's not usually a popular support. I mean, we do see her every now and then, but she is popular today. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they won with it, the roaming Magnus and Andromeda the 2 games ago. Or, yeah, 2 games ago. So they could definitely do the same here if they get maybe something offensive like bubbles again in the middle and something for offlane on Zane, which is more aggressive.
Yeah. All right. So bands finishing up there. Let's take a look at those exactly what they were. Parasite, Valkyrie, Ophelia, Doctor, Kinesis, and Dark Lady. So Solar Club banning out several jungle heroes, making sure to think of a couple of the good ones for Tankafet. They go Gemini. So a couple of dogs
Okay, I'm
here.
quite interested in the Valkyrie ban there from Imbo Boy. Like, I think that would have been one of the heroes they would want to go, but then again he played the Valkyrie before, and now he plays the Clank, so maybe Zane doesn't play Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That might be it. But on Legion the Gemini, it's kind of greedy, I'd say, with the Warbies on top. Like he can shut down if they want to go offensive or more aggressive with the Magnus Andromeda, and the Moira isn't the best hero against aggressive lineups. But oh whoa, never mind. I don't think I want to get aggressive now.
What? There's a couple of reasons why this is very interesting. One is it's Wild Soul. Two is that this hero, I'm gonna say it because it was already kind of hinted at by Waza. There's a good chance this hero might be getting some rework here in the very near future. So this is one of the last games we're gonna see a hero such as Wild Soul that's played the way he is. But I think that's for the better because who here raise your hand if you think Wild Soul's an entertaining hero to watch. No
Yeah.
one better be raising their hand because, yeah, he is a very static, sit-back farming hero. But at the same time, he has potential. Of course, you get that Mock of Brilliance. We all know about it if you've been around the Han scene long enough. So, but what do they think about the Wild Soul pickup, though?
Well, I'm not sure. Like they have the Clanks, which is who's already wants to farm a lot and doesn't really want to fight early on, and the White Soul is the same. Like he doesn't like until the mock, which is probably going to be 25 minutes or somewhere 20. he doesn't want to fight, and they have the Andromeda Magnus again, which would yeah, which could be fighting early on or roaming around, but now that doesn't happen. So it's kind of controversial, the picks, like the Wild Soul and the Clanks together with Magnus and Andromeda. It's not. Yeah, I don't see the reasoning why you would pick the Wild Soul here.
Yeah. Yeah, it just seems so out of left. Like, yeah, I don't. It's so greedy, so greedy. He is the idea of greed, no doubt.
Yeah, and this especially when the Legion had the Warbies already, the Moira and the Gemini. Like they they weren't, or they aren't the best heroes in the early game, and you could really capitalize with the Andromeda, with the Magnus, and another Stunner or something.
Hmm.
Maybe the rally wasn't picked yet, so maybe the rally for them, and just go offensive or something. But no, going the White Soul. I mean, if they get the Mark and the Clank some farm,
Hell,
that's scary.
a hero. Well, no, I'm guessing it wasn't. Let me double check before I say it. Yeah, no, it wasn't meant. Pharaoh is a great hero against like a hero like Warbeast. And I know Zane loves to play Pharaoh, so that's another one that really comes to mind that they could have picked, but again, they chose the Wild Soul here. So I don't know. I'm not gonna play this because although he's not the most entertaining hero to watch, it's different at least. So that's the
Yeah, it's
benefit.
something. But I think the Pharaoh, it's not really good against Gemini and not really good against Midas. He can't really kill those. And the Gemini, I think, just beats him even one on the lane. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're actually gonna go Warbies into the bottom lane and going offensive with themselves or on the other three heroes. So, maybe that will work out in the end for Hellborn since they have the Magnus Andromeda and the Clanks, which aren't too bad. But then again, the others have high reach with the Twin Fangs and the Ready Stun.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait how they play this.
Ooh.
Trying to stun? No, close.
This is interesting at the top lane because it's Tri versus Tri-Land, and we're going to have action right off the bat. Gemini in the front lines.
Oh,
He's
Gemini
way
dies.
too far up, though.
Oh,
He
man.
already used his Twin Fangs, and he goes down. He used it very aggressively there, not expecting anything, and that was the poor move on his part. So Bloodlust kill. It's going to be another kill on Moira as well, holding her ground, maybe get a counter kill. That's not going to be the case, though, and you see Rally, he's already gotten away in the meantime. So a 2-for-0 exchange to kick things off here in favor of Reason Gaming.
That's definitely the worst thing that could happen. Try versus try.
Yep.
Like the creeps spawned. You try to go in first and you die 2-for-0. You die on your carry, and yeah, that's, oh my god, that's so big for Reason there.
Especially against a Wild Soul. I mean, Wild Soul's the signature hero of he's not going to be the most useful and involved for the first 20 minutes of the game, but once he gets that mock, it just starts to snowball, and if you're not having a lead at that point, then you're not winning the game most likely.
Oh,
Clank,
but he
in the
gets
meantime, top lane, he is going to be too far up right here. The shards are Harkon, the stun comes out, and yeah, they'll eventually finish him off. You see right there the Hawk eventually coming down as well because of all the auto attacks. So well played right there, catching him by himself, at least. So where is
Okay,
the
so
other? What is Magnus doing? He's bottom.
How did Andromeda manage to pull the hard camp? I thought that wasn't possible.
Pull the hard camp? Did he
Yeah,
actually?
the creeper is attacking it.
He must.
He aurored it, but I thought it was technically impossible that they.
No, yeah,
aggroed the
it
creep.
should be. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if that was a Legion team maybe aggroing the creeps themselves and getting it over there. So, oh, that was close. Try to catch Andromeda, but too far. Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't catch it. So you see right here, it's going to go behind.
Yeah, that's actually really big because the three creeps aren't getting, or they aren't getting experience for them. But okay, now they're coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, just some more experience for the Andromeda and
So
less for them.
it's kind of interesting though, because like I said, Magnus went missing. He's actually bottom lane. He had a Veiled Rot. He had Striders. He was trying to maybe set up a kill on a Warbeast. I like the idea, but may not get much out of it in the end. And Bubbles middle lane is forced to play very defensive there.
I mean,
So-
they won the tri lane so hard in the beginning, and why would you give that up?
Oh,
That
well,
doesn't-
Magnus stuns in. He's here. Moira's going to fall, so they're not giving it up.
Oh,
He
he
has
has
a
a
haste
haste
rune
rune,
as well. And just when you think, yeah, it is a 3 versus 2, it's not. It's a 3 versus 3. And Magnus, look at the hero block. Look at Tanka Fett. What a hero block in his part. The flashbang comes out, and Rally's in trouble as a result. Nope, Magnus goes down. Rally's still alive. He's still in a lot of trouble, though. TP and another will cancel the tower, remember. So, was it the best? Maybe. Gemini at least should be able to clean up an Andromeda. And now he's chasing Clank. So, as usual with the try versus try, it is chaos
Oh,
all over
Midas
the
coming in
place. And
even.
now here
Oh
comes
yeah,
Midas. Can he
some.
get the transmute off? Yes, he can. Justman picks up the kill, and that's how it'll finally end at the top lane. We have 10 hero kills 3.5 minutes in. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm actually surprised that the Hellborn Trilane is doing as well now as they did there. Especially since they have the Warbeasts on the Legion side, and they got the kill on the Clanks early on and everything. But yeah, then again they lost the Trilane from the start, so I think it's back to even now.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane, they actually do catch Warby. So, Tankafet, he is being very, very active here early in this game.
Yeah, I mean Warbeast is really gankable early on until level 6, so definitely taking advantage there.
Yeah. Continues the kill, so he himself is now 3-1-3 in this game and nearly 300 gold per minute actually. So for a secondary support, not too shabby to start things out. But there's a lot of gold going around this game, that's for sure, including Wild Soul, by the way. And again, that's what we used to always say when Wild Soul was actually a thing back when Zai was playing. Most notably, I think we're TDM at that time, but he gets the mock. It's like if you're not in the lead when he gets that mock of brilliance, you're in a bad spot. So we'll see how Solaire Club is looking when that mock comes around. But
Yeah, it might even be that they maybe haven't played against a hero enough and just don't believe the myth that the mock is actually that impactful. But it definitely is. Like I can recall it from personal experience. That mock is so huge, you just can't deal with it.
Because it's on a minion that's so tanky.
You just can't kill it.
And
until,
if you do
40
kill it,
minutes in.
it's not the biggest deal. It's like, okay, you killed it, now I just spawn another one. So
Oh, middle lane?
yeah,
Bubbles,
middle
maybe?
lane bubbles.
No.
Takeover's fine.
He got stunned and got some damage in it. No, that shows off enough. But he's actually not farming the greatest. Like Midas out farming him quite a bit, getting the kill top, like leaving the lane but still out farming him.
This is oh, Justman does finish him off in the end. Yeah, middle lane. I went away from it actually, and sure enough, goes on
Yeah,
with the
Bubbles
flank.
took cover too early. He got juked a bit by Midas there.
Yeah.
Or animation cancelled or something. But yeah, he dies. It's really not good for them. And Midas coming bottom now. They don't see anything, so Whitestar could just die here.
Yeah, no, this is big because so now he's in an ult form again. 1100 life with boots and a freaking iron buckler, but the transmute doesn't go off actually, so that's a misplay. But the double damage rune will easily secure the kill. And of course, remember, they do have a War Beast worth noting. Back to the top lane, they'll kill up here already on a Gemini. And Riley's in a bad spot. He has a Capel coming back up. Ain't going to be in time, though. Locked down too much. And only so much that Moira could do. So, yeah, especially going against a War Beast with those glowing hands. They're still doing very well on the Hellborn side when it comes to the tri-lane. But look at the GPM charts. Midas is taking off. 410 gold per minute now.
Yeah, he got the kills top and bottom. He actually got 4 kills, like killing Bubbles there, and he's just farming really well and being active all around. So really nice play. But trading bottom, the Wild Soul for 2 kills on top, which are Gemini, your hard carry, and the Rally, which is not the biggest deal, but the Gemini is the Wild Soul, where you still have the Clanks on the enemy team. Yeah, and actually, that's the Warbeast as well, so I think that's even. Like White Soul trading for the Gemini, him delaying the mock. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good for Legion.
Yeah. Warbeast goes into the jungle. He actually chose to upgrade his boots first. That's not something you see too often, honestly. You see maybe the boots. Hell, we see Warbeast players go just straight Abyssal Skull first. Now, maybe that is more of a jungle style, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely jungle.
Phase,
like this in the laning phase here, you want the just HP and damage for last hits.
Has to deal with it. The Hellhounds versus Boo Boo. It's not going to be a battle you're going to win. Boo Boo will easily destroy those. So, and actually, we talked about this too. The different Wild Soul players back when we saw Zai, KZ's another player that comes to mind. We saw a couple of different builds initially. Some like to get Ghost Marchers on both. Some like to get Ghost Marchers just on Boo Boo, and other guy with boots. What do you think makes the most sense?
I mean, definitely these Striders on the White Soul himself with the health vision, especially now.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah, I guess Ghost Marches is a good thing because you are in the
Oh,
offlane, the route, or
the,
chasing people.
the first hit entangle, man, that is brutal. I don't think it would have mattered anyways, but the first hit entangle on a Warbeast, he got Kelfielded, so he might have been very likely dead, but the RNG in Wildsoul's favor
Yeah,
there.
Zane plays that hero or did play that hero quite a bit as well, so he definitely knows how to entangle and when not to.
Yeah. Now, they're going to push into the defensive tower. And that should drop pretty quickly, especially with
Yeah, especially
Boo Boo
with the
here.
Wild Soul there. Yeah, it's just so great of tool. You're the suicide. You the carry might leave or you're not getting as much attention, and then all of a sudden you just take the 2-1. Usually by yourself, but this time they got the gank before, so
Yeah.
but easy tower kill. Is really big for them because now the White Soul can farm the Legion jungle and maybe the lane and just get that much faster.
Yeah. So a couple of rotations coming out here. Obviously, Gemini's found himself in the middle lane now. Midas coming up top here to take advantage of his farming levels and make a presence. And now you got Warbeast, well, he's still at the bottom lane, but it's more so the middle and the top that are making a little bit of transitions in the time being. So Gemini trying to get some farm where he can. He's currently at 270 go per minute.
Well, Tankafed is actually 4-1 and 4. He's closing in on a PK himself.
Yeah.
That is really something there.
Yeah,
like he struggled the first or the last game to get it, but this time he's really getting it before the time is or before the Legion expects it at all.
No, yeah, that's this is definitely a very successful start here for Tankafed. 4-1 and 4 hero kill stats explain that. So, top lane you saw they're kind of boxing them out up here, just giving some free farm to Midas. So this is working out pretty well right now for Solar Club. In the meantime, Imbo Boy, will tend to be a little bit greedy on this hero, and it makes sense. Most of the time, gets the early Thunderclaw and goes from there. But yeah, he built Steam Boots. He's going to go Energizer, and I think that makes a lot of sense with the way this game's
especially
playing.
since they have the White Soul as well. Like he isn't there. Then they're all a single late game core. So and they just want the 4 heroes to create some space with the White Soul, and he will get farm later on with the team fights and with the towers when the White Soul gets his items. Bottom lane though.
Yep, Invis Bubbles was here. He did not realize it, of course. Only level 4, but she comes in, and it is going to scare them off, actually. A lot of TPs here, so good job ultimately getting them away and keeping Warbeast alive, of course. He's trying to work on that Abyssal Skull of his. Who's that? Oh, that was no, that's Warbeast. Yeah, what the heck? I thought that was an illusion for a second, and for some reason, it was a real deal.
The false security of your teammates being like one screen away, but then again they went really near.
They're fighting further though. Rally, he compels in a Midas right there.
Entangle on
the kill though. Entangle on a Rally comes out. Midas gonna fall as well. And they get 2. They also get the middle tower. Reason Gaming, a lot of momentum after that now. Yes, Midas has to fall back. So yeah, it's losing a Warbeast initially. Got to kind of really wonder what they were thinking, especially Gemini not being there. They were really committing to something they probably shouldn't have been in.
Yeah, Magnus having his PK now, like 12 minutes in on a second support. Magnus is really huge, and the White Soul having 2k goals, he's getting really close. And by this time, he's getting the mark at like 17, 18 minutes. And yeah, that's just gonna wreck them.
12 minutes into this game, yeah, Wild Soul, the 2,400 gold, it's coming here. It's that time.
And with all that, the only thing they really don't have is good farm on the bubbles, or great farm, but then again, he has 300 GPM. He does set up a lot of kills, or is moving around, and the Clank's even farming really well, so they don't really have anyone who's struggling behind.
Yeah. And actually down here, you got... looking at Chase, but again, Wild Soul is in a dangerous spot over here. That's an illusion, but it's a very useful illusion because that's going to scout out several heroes over here, and clearly Solar Club was looking to catch them off guard with a big team fight, but not going to be happening. Instead, they're found, and we'll have to decide on something else. No one on the top portion of the map right now from either side. It's pretty much completely clear, so...
Okay, he went back for the Thunderclaw now, seeing that his team is doing so great on the other side of the map. He probably figures, or he sees that the enemy or the Legion team is trying to get to that Wild Soul, shutting him down, but not really successful. So he is just free on his own in this forest, so he can just be greedy and use his Thundercloud and farm away.
Yeah.
So I really like that decision. I think that Soul Screaming was actually going into an Energizer, but yeah, then the fight bottom and the kills just made him realize he is gonna be found or ganked.
Yeah, definitely making adjustments there. And speaking of that, Nier actually found and got killed, so good find there by Noob McNoob initially, and just man coming in to assist.
Yeah, you got a ward art behind the tower. Maybe they even saw that. Yeah, they definitely know that he's warded somewhere. They try to do what the hill, but it's obviously not there. Maybe they try again. They should,
Yeah,
because why would Nier be there? But yeah, gold
purpose, yeah.
is precious for support without boots.
That's true, yeah, Mora's struggling, man. Stan March just did. Hey, he's got a haste rune here, so doesn't need boots here. 522
Yeah.
movement speed. Not permanent, though. What is your take on Ionstone? The supports. Oh, middle lane. Hold
Ooh.
up, thought actually we got a possible initiation right here. Midas. They want to try. I mean, Moira's coming in. She does use the Mana Sunder. Here we go with Midas. Follow-up Eruption, though, being channeled in the background. They will kill Bubbles, but at what cost here? Back rally. He couldn't even do a damn thing. He goes down, and now Midas trying to make the getaway as Wild Soul joins the
Boo-Boo's
party.
so fast.
Boo-Boo's so fast. If he gets a freaking entangle here, that's going to be huge. He does get the first
yeah.
entangle. Midas is going to fall. However, Gemini in the background. Beautiful Twin Fangs done with Warbeast here. Gets the kill on a Clanks as he was coming in, and now wants more. Wild Soul, though, again, so tanky. In that ulti form, he is level 11 now as well. He says, screw it, I want to go for Magnus. No, he has to go for Wild Soul. Magnus is a little too far away, but I don't think it's going to be able to chase him down, and probably an entangle is going to happen here, right? I mean, one of these attacks is bound to do it, and not even going to be necessary, so in the end he falls back. But at least, I mean, they got Clanks in the back, so really it wasn't the worst fight there for
Oh,
Solar
that
Club.
was a nice Twin Fangs on two people there on the Magnus and the Clanks, and just bursting him down with his ultimate there, the Fire and Ice. So that was a nice counterpart. But yeah, that Mark is around the corner. He has the sword now.
Yeah. There's the start. 1350 gold for the pattern, and he'll have it. So again, going back to what I said, if you don't even have a lead at that point when he gets the Mock of Brilliance, then you're usually not in the best spot against a Wild Soul. And they're down 5,300 gold and 4,000 experience right now, so they have to make up some room pretty quickly right here if they want to give themselves a pretty good shot at this game. And having to fall back from the middle lane, Wild Soul again still trying to finish that Abyssal Skull. He did go with Mystic Vestments even on top of that. Bulking up here a bit. Gemini did the same, went to full Energizer, Power Supply, and now it has about 1,700 gold saved up. So both of them should have their bigger farming tool earlier on in this game now in the near future. And speaking of that, Clanks is also going to be finishing its Firebrand here soon.
Yeah, Midas has his PK now. It's actually I don't know if we talked it, but it's actually it's the Gracing Hope for them. Like they really need to get some huge transmutes off and get some kills with it at least. Maybe try to get the Clanks. He's really far. He doesn't fear them enough, so maybe punish him for that.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Yeah, Clanks is pretty damn good when it comes to farm. Apparently the second highest as far as GPM average goes. So, and my boy, 400 gold per minute right here. Middle lane, Magnus and Andromeda kind of setting up just in case, but nothing happens. Yeah, you see Magnus and Andromeda compared to Moira. It's just not even comparable. Moira's still level 5 and doesn't have boots yet even, as we're talking about. Andromeda gets caught here, but a counter eruption. The timing of Tankafet, man. I mean, the reaction on his part. The swap is going to take him up. Oh, and he still will go down,
so
but
close
they
on the
kill
ultimate
him at
armor there.
least. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you just have to say as a support, guys, you buy wards for 2 minutes. I need my boots. Like the Moira, her illusion might be as great as it is, but if you don't have boots, the illusion doesn't, and you just don't get in there and get the stuns off or the initiations you need or the help you want to save someone or anything. So you really boots are just essential.
Wild Soul, well, he has it. One more creep kill. There we go. He has enough gold for the pattern. He purchases it right there, and so here comes the Mock of Brilliance. About 18 minutes, not too shabby, especially considering he got Ghost Marchers first on Boo Boo. So There's that timing window, and yeah, as we're talking about, Solar Club's actually down by a fairly good amount at this point in the game, so not looking good for them at all, and it could get worse right here. Warby's bottom lane, if he doesn't have a heads up soon. Oh boy, he's going to go into the jungle a little bit, but Magma's coming over with the Veiled Rot.
Yeah, I'm interested if they're just going to use this mock to scare them or actually wanting to get the towers. I'm guessing they want to get the towers, but only with the 4. But then again, the Clanks just dies top. Yeah. Which he probably wouldn't if he were with the team, so... Oh, counter though. Magnus, well, solo though.
I'm kind of looking at both the Magnus, but the bottom lane, Warbius was charging in right there. He does have Gemini nearby, and there's the jump though from Bubbles coming out of nowhere. Gemini can he maybe get a stun off? He just way too late by the time he gets in there anyways. Warby's already dead. Oh, meanwhile, his teammate also goes off. The root does come out. He's getting some nice procs right here. He's going to try to chase him down, but Gemini probably going to be a little too fast with the Energizer. And look at that Mock of Brilliance damage, though. It's taking it. Oh, the Song of the Sea. If that hit, that very likely was a dead dog, but he's able to Twin Fangs away just in time. But yeah, meanwhile that was happening. Rally did go down to the top lane, so sure, Imbo Boy goes down, and not the biggest deal, though, because his teammates are doing plenty, and they're still doing plenty, as also Moira gets picked off once again. She has boots now, but she does still die pretty easily. Tower goes down bottom lane on top of it, so the biggest lead now coming out for Reason Gaming right here.
Yeah, I think they should just get the last tier 2s or have the Boo-Boo now push the top lane. There are 2 towers there for grabs. Just ward up the jungle and just outfarm them. Like the Legion can't really do anything to them, even if they get the catch from Midas or something. Like the White Soul is just so tanky. If he sees at least 1-2 coming, he can easily get away. And would need some big Veilrod ganks to actually get him to die.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned it. Strana's actually on him is actually pretty damn good, considering he's so tanky anyways in that ulti form alone. But he actually goes to full-on plated Greaves here. So, I mean, that's not a bad pickup. It just means he spent a lot more gold on upgrading boots than he necessarily needed to. But
no, it's fine. It's also like the use effect on middle lane, though.
Wow. I mean, somehow they knew Gemini was there, and they just drop him as soon as they jump in. Now with Gemini dead, they're going to chase further. Swap on him, Midas. That means he's going to probably die in the back. He tries to get away. Not going to happen. Arcane Vortex. It stalls very little to nothing, and they're just trying to run away at this point. So Andromeda, Comet stun lands on Amora, follow up on her. Oh, Magnus! He's getting a little look at Warby's charging in. No! He fell for the bait! Oh. And he goes down. It's one after the other, and you could tell.
That was just the Gemini. They're dropping so freaking fast. Like, they're supposedly carry the late game insurance and just dying like that.
So they're giving up now. Yeah, I mean, when that happens, it's just clear that they know the end is near, and very likely here even. It's just, now you got a Boo-Boo with that Mock. It's just pushing into the base. The tower's just going to drop so fast. As soon as Raleigh comes back in, he dies. Gemini's up, but the Rax is lost. They're going to jump in again, hoping for a last-ditch effort. At least going to kill Clanks. They've done that several times now, but the end result hasn't been the best still. As that Mock of Brilliance taking them down. Moira goes down. Midas is dead. And now it's Gemini's turn. A double tap for Zane. Nope, he's going to bring it back, actually. Did the bear die? The bear did die, yeah. Again. He needs to summon another bear. Although the bear's, what am I saying? The bear's still there. Never mind. It's still doing damage. There's a hat trick for Zane. He wants more. He's standing his ground. What are they trying to do? I don't know. Midas... Yeah, at least gets a transmute off, but now Wild still in that ulti form, chasing him down. Bubbles buys back. This is just a non-stop fight right here. But they're going to get what they came for.
Flank spot back, but yeah, that Boo-Boo, man, that's Boo-Boo.
There's the Entangle. It's ridiculous. Oh, he gets an Entangle off and eventually gets the kill.
Gemini gonna die here now.
He's also dead.
Oh, man. Yeah,
this is a never-ending fight. It's just going to keep going.
I mean, if it were only the White Soul with this much farm and the Mock and everything, but it's the whole team. Like, the Magma's having so much impact. It's 18-2 and 18. Oh, 8-2 and 18, and the Clanks out-farming every one of them. So it's just all around too great for the Hellborn to deal with.
So, the Wild Soul pick proves to be the difference maker. No, proves to be a big, pretty solid pickup in the end for Reason Gaming. But really, as we talked about going into it, I mean, a team wins 2 games in a row after being down 0-2 in a best of 5. they got all the momentum in the world going into that final game, and that showed. I mean, Reason Gaming, every game, even the two that they lost initially, they actually looked pretty good. It was just the end results, didn't go in their favor. But they do take the series, and that means they still have a pretty good shot now as far as moving on to
Yeah,
the
definitely.
bracket
They
stage.
can't make those same mistakes against or lose the next game. It's just
Yeah.
an odd or obviously, but yeah, this game the White Sox did actually much more than just getting walked. The Legion team spent so much effort and time in trying to get something done with him, getting him out, and not letting him farm as much. That the Clanks just farmed his whole jungle, getting the Thunderclaw there, and the Hellbourne team just responded so well with the Magmus, and the Magnus is roaming around so well and having the early PK. It's just really well played. The
Yeah.
MVP by far that game.
Absolutely was, and we see on the replay there again just how that final five pretty much broke down, and in the end, of course, Reason Gaming just rolling on from there. So that means, like I said, they're 1-1. I'm just updating the groups here now to just how we give you guys a good visual of what how it's really looking here for Reason Gaming as a team, but. That puts they lost two here, so yeah, they're. I mean, as far as games go, they're only 3-5 record, but again, the series record is what matters first. They're 1-1 right now. In the end, Solaire Club going to be 0-1, but at least they took a couple of games. So again, at least they get a couple hundred out of it. So
Yeah,
every single game.
they get a really no, they did a really good showing here. Like
Yeah,
taking the first two games kind of convincingly in the end. Like Reason really making some mistakes, and but then yeah, the games where Reason was just so aggressive, they maybe outplaying them a bit skill wise in the early game. So maybe just working on the early game rotations or having the vision or something. But in the late game, they can compete, and they have shown that.
so Reason Gaming, their last opponent will be against Team Who, actually. So that's something that they have to look forward to now. And as far as when that's going to be happening, looks like they don't play them until May 14th. So they'll have a little bit of a break here before they'll play that final match of the group stages. In fact, I'm going to pull that up for you guys as well. You're on the screen. You can go to HonTour.com. You can find all this information yourself. But here you go, a good idea of what the schedule looks like. So, again, we're 4 matches in now. The next one is set to be Nullstone Gaming versus Team Disband. Will be on next Tuesday, April 28th. And that'll be a little bit later start once again. Nullstone Gaming, the American team, starting a little bit later as a result of that. So that's going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern, what is 2200 Central European Time. So but that means for today, we are going to be starting to wrap up here. So once again, another congratulations to Reason Gaming coming from behind. And as of this whole week, man, from the DreamHack qualifiers to the Deadeye Bounty League, both series going the distance, all 5 games. A hell of a week. We've got a lot of Han here. And knowing that this is just the beginning of what is to come for the off season, that's a pretty cool feeling. But something else we're also having fun with is this newer